Okay, guys, so I'm going to talk about how to play board games and card games. So I'm going to do board games first. And there's some board games that I know how to play, and I've played so many times. I'm going to teach you guys how to play Sorry, since some of you know how to play Sorry and some of you don't. Sorry is a little bit of a challenge game that to get out from the start, you just have to get one or two to get out. If you get a two, you draw again. And then once you get the Sorry card, if the other player is out, you have to like switch an opponent, and then probably either that or put him back to start somehow. And somehow when you only get one or two to get out for sure. But when you're not out yet, when you get three in some numbers, you can't get out. But and then oh yeah, so there are slides on the Sorry game how you can pass through. Like when you land on an arrow slide on a different color, that means you slide. And then plus if the other player is on the area where you land on when you slide, that pushes you back to start. And then you want to try to get the things to get back to home and stuff like that. And yeah, and then so you don't move yourself from the start from 3 to whatever number it ends, unless if you're out of start, and then you move yourself up. And then of course when you get 4, you got to go backwards and stuff like that. Anyway, and yeah, I played Sorry so many times, and I actually love that game for sure, since as a kid I was kind of not interested in playing that game, since it's kind of hard to learn how to play Sorry, but I learned fast enough. So you want to try to win that game. I'm sorry. Okay, what other board games? Maybe I'll do the board game that I remember, Candyland. Candyland, you wanna when it lands on your turn, you flip the card over, and it shows you what color and what candy you go on. And then unless if you're stuck at a bubblegum thing or whatever that is that you're stuck, you can't move for quite a while. And somehow you wanna do those to win the game. And that's all. Any other board games I know about? I believe that's it. Okay, I'm gonna do card games I'm gonna do how to play card games. I know most of them. So I'm going to teach you guys how to play Go Fish. Some of you know how, but some of you don't know how. Go Fish is when you want to try to win a match from the other player on Go Fish. You want to ask a question like, do you have like an 8 or A's or whatever? Since when they say no, you get a card, and once you get a match, you put your match down, and that's all, and try to win many matches. Anyway, I think when you get a match from somebody, I think you go again. Since I remember, there's parts of it that are how I remember on that card game. And then I think when you get a match, when they say go fish, I think you only go once. And that's all. Okay. Next card game I'm going to show you guys how to play, which is Uno. So you probably want to have 7 cards. And then you just when it's only one color at a time, when it gets to different, you put whatever same color that it shows on, unless if there's the exact same number on a different color than the number it is on in the pile where we drop down cards. And if you don't have any of those same exact color or same number, that you pick a new card, and then once you get the same number and the same color, you just put it right down. Yeah, that game is about like when someone puts down draw 4 cards and pick another color. They pick another color and you draw 4 cards. And I like that game. That game is pretty good to get used to, but yeah. And oh yeah, once you have one more card left, you say Uno. That's something I want to add in this video is about Uno. Anyway, I think last but not least, what I want to teach you how to play is, since some of you guys know how to play, and most of you guys know how to play, and some of you don't know how to play, which is apples to apples. So when I was in elementary school, I remember some of my old friends playing apples to apples when we decided to have a game day somehow, and then all of a sudden I wasn't interested in trying to know how to play those games, since I was getting the feeling that it's like a hard game somehow. But I learned in high school. But anyway, apples to apples is a bunch of red cards and green cards. The green cards is that someone wants to be a judge. And when you're a judge, you don't put down your card. But other people that are not judges put down cards what's under, like goofy, spooky, I forget what else. And then you want to draw 7 cards on apples to apples. And then since when you put down your card, you got to remember what card you're put down. But the lesson about that game is you don't want to say the word out loud what you're putting down. And you want to put it down facing down. And then when everyone's done putting their card down, I meant down. Once everyone has put their card down, the judge flips over cards and says the word out loud and stuff like that. Well, about that, they have to mix it so they don't know your cards yet until they like pick the card what's under those judges, and then you got to remember what card you put down. Honestly, I love that. I love apples to apples to play that game, and it's. I bet apples to apples is like the party game in the planet, and And I've gotten so used to that game. At first, when people learn how to play it, it can be confusing at times under the judge to see what card what's exactly you have to put down. But it doesn't have to be anything, but you can just pick any card, since that's something I learned from it. Anyway, all right, I think that's all I wanted to add in, how I know how to play those games. And thank you for watching, and I hope you got, and then, all right, the best thing you gotta do is read instructions. And that's all. Anyway, that'll do it for the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed me telling you how to play those games. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.